Welcome back to another Roblox adventure. Today we're jumping into toy defense, where we need to build our defenses, place the right units, and survive wave after wave of enemies. We start on the battlefield with our toy army ready to fight. The first thing I need to do is choose the best positions for my defenders. Enemies are going to follow the path toward our base, so placing the units correctly is extremely important. I place my first defender near the beginning of the path. This gives it plenty of time to attack before the enemies get too close. The first wave begins. Small enemies start moving toward the base. My defender immediately opens fire. The first enemy goes down, followed by another one. So far, everything is under control. But this is only the beginning. More enemies start appearing, so I need to make sure the defense can handle them. I place another unit near the next part of the path. Now we have more firepower covering the area. The enemies keep moving forward, but they're getting eliminated before reaching the base. The first wave is almost finished. I collect the money and prepare for the next wave. The enemies are already becoming stronger, so I need to upgrade my defenders. I upgrade the first unit. Its attack becomes stronger, and now it can eliminate enemies much faster. The next wave begins. More enemies appear on the path. They're moving faster this time. My defenders start attacking immediately. One enemy gets surprisingly close to the base, but another defender takes it down just in time. That was close. I collect more money and upgrade the second defender. The enemies keep coming. Some are easy to defeat, but others take much more damage before going down. I need to be careful with my money because stronger enemies are coming. Another wave begins. This time there are more enemies than before. The battlefield is getting crowded. My defenders are firing constantly, and enemies are disappearing one after another. I place another unit to cover a dangerous section. Now the defense is much stronger. The enemies continue moving forward, but they're struggling to get through the first line. Another wave completed. The base is still safe, and our army is getting stronger. I collect the rewards and prepare for what's coming next. The easy waves are almost over. The enemies will keep getting stronger, so I'll need better upgrades and smarter placements to survive. The next wave is about to begin. More enemies are already entering the map. The defenses are ready. Now we just need to see if our toy army can survive the next attack. Let's see how far we can go. The next wave is about to begin, and the battlefield is getting more dangerous. Our defenses are holding, but the enemies are becoming stronger. I upgrade the defenders that are doing the most damage. The wave begins. A group of enemies enters the path and moves toward our base. The defenders immediately open fire. One enemy goes down, then another. But more enemies keep appearing behind them. A stronger enemy arrives. It takes several hits before finally going down. I place another defender near the middle of the path. Now we have another line of defense. The enemies keep moving, but our units are attacking from multiple positions. The stronger enemy finally goes down. I used the reward to upgrade another unit. Now the defense is looking much stronger. The next wave begins. This time there are even more enemies. They're moving faster, and some have much more health. My defenders are firing constantly. I watch the path and make sure nothing gets too close to the base. One enemy manages to pass the first defense. I quickly focus on it with another unit. The shots connect, and the enemy goes down just before reaching the end. That was close. I collect the money and prepare for the next wave. Now I need to spend my upgrades carefully. I improve the defender covering the busiest part of the path. Its attack speed increases, making it much better against groups. Another wave begins. A huge group enters the battlefield. The defenders start firing from every direction. Enemies are disappearing quickly, but more keep coming. I watch the center of the map. A stronger enemy appears again. It takes a lot of damage, but keeps moving. I upgrade another unit and give it more power. The enemy finally goes down. More rewards. Our defense is holding together. The next wave starts almost immediately. This time the enemies are even stronger. I save enough money for another important upgrade. One enemy gets close to the base. I quickly upgrade the nearby unit. Its attack becomes stronger, and the enemy is eliminated. The base is safe again. We've survived another difficult wave. But now the game is getting serious. The enemies are stronger, the waves are larger, and every upgrade matters. I check the battlefield. Our defenses are ready. The next wave is coming, and it could be the toughest one yet. Let's see if our toy army can hold the line. The next wave is starting, and the enemies are getting stronger. Our defenses are holding, but the harder waves are coming. I upgrade the unit covering the busiest section. Now it can attack faster and handle groups more easily. The wave begins. A large group enters the path. The defenders immediately open fire. Enemies start disappearing, but more keep coming. A stronger enemy appears in the middle. It has much more health than the others. My units keep attacking, but it continues moving forward. I quickly upgrade another defender. The extra damage takes the enemy down. Another wave completed. We get more money, so I strengthen the defense again. I place another unit near the final part of the path. Now we have extra protection. The next wave begins. The enemies are moving much faster. Several make it past the first defense. I focus on the strongest targets and upgrade the nearby units. The defenders start firing faster. One enemy gets close to the base. I need to stop it before it reaches the end. The shots keep hitting. Finally, the enemy goes down. That was close. More enemies continue coming, but our defense is holding. I collect the rewards and prepare another upgrade. The next wave begins. A huge group enters the battlefield. My defenders are firing non-stop. I focus on the strongest enemies. One survives several attacks and keeps moving. I upgrade the closest defender. Its damage increases, and the enemy finally goes down. Another difficult wave completed. The money is coming in faster now. I upgrade another important unit. Our defense is becoming much stronger. But the enemies are also getting tougher. The next wave starts. Several strong enemies appear together. The defenders attack from every direction. I watch the final section carefully. One enemy gets through the middle defense. I upgrade the unit closest to the base. It starts firing faster. The enemy takes several hits and disappears. The base is safe again. More enemies arrive, but one by one they get eliminated. Finally, the wave is complete. I collect the rewards and check the battlefield. We've survived another tough round. The defense is stronger than ever, but the next waves will be harder. I still need more upgrades if I want to survive until the end. The next wave is already starting. More enemies are entering the path. Our toy army is ready. Let's see if we can survive what comes next. The final part begins, and the enemy waves are getting tougher. I check the battlefield and make sure my strongest defenders are ready. The next wave starts. A large group enters the path, and my units immediately open fire. The first enemies go down quickly, but stronger ones are coming behind them. I upgrade the defender in the busiest area. Its attack becomes faster, and the enemies start disappearing much quicker. Another strong enemy appears. It has a lot of health, but my nearby units focus on it. After several attacks, it finally goes down. Another wave completed. I collect the rewards and prepare for the next attack. This time even more enemies enter the battlefield. The path is getting crowded, but my defenses are holding. One enemy gets through the middle defense. I quickly upgrade the closest unit. It starts firing faster and takes the enemy down before it reaches the base. That was close. More enemies keep coming, but the defense is still standing. I upgrade another important unit and keep watching the battlefield. The next wave begins. Several strong enemies appear together. My defenders attack from every direction. The enemies keep moving forward, but they're losing health quickly. One gets close to the end. I focus the strongest nearby unit on it. The shots connect, and the enemy finally disappears. The base is safe. Another wave is completed, and we're still alive. At this point, the battlefield is packed with enemies, but our toy army is stronger than ever. I collect the rewards and make one final upgrade. Now the defenses are ready for the next attack. The wave begins, and enemies start flooding the path. My units fire non-stop. One after another, the enemies are eliminated. The strongest enemies take longer, but they can't get through the defense. We survive another wave. The toy army is still standing, the base is safe, and the defense is stronger than ever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed toy defense in Roblox, leave a like and subscribe for more Roblox gameplay. I'll see you in the next video.